everybody. I am just gonna check that I'm alive. Yes, okay. Something was happening over on the YouTube to Streamlabs crossover, and it wasn't showing up. Anyway, good morning. Um, I am sprinting on a Saturday today because tomorrow is Mother's Day and we have plans. So the last thing that I wanted to do was not give my mother what she wanted on Mother's Day. So here we are. I am very happy because I've already done, I think, most of the things that I'm supposed to do today. My laundry is in. I am just waiting for that to finish. I'm gonna have to put that up at some point. Other than that, I think I might also want to continue editing a reading vlog. I vlogged my entire Aurelium readathon experience, and it's a long one. But yeah, I'm slowly making my way through that one, and I think I might do that. But I also do have a spinner wheel because I am once again in the middle of 5 books. That is what happens when you let dice decide what you're going to read. And I can already see in the chat that that is going to be a theme for today, which I love. I'm going to just do this. Hi. Oh, I want to change the color of that. That's the Percy Jackson Heroes of Olympus color. We need to change that. Hi, Ember. Okay, thank you for telling me. Planning Dice-a-thon today and playing Pokemon for the first time. I'm so excited for you. I did see that you added me to a certain group when it comes to Dice-a-thon, and I'm very happy about it. I literally have a dice next to me right now because that has been how I've been like deciding what I'm doing. It seems to be working. It's been working for a while. I think it's been going since getting me out of a reading slump. It's been really helping, and then having like the replays of other people's sprints on, and then rolling dice to decide what I'm doing is actually, it seems to be the trifecta. Also, what Pokemon are you playing? Is it on what platform? Are we going Switch? Are we going old school Game Boy? Is it something on the computer? Because anything Pokemon I do want to check out. Yes, I'm very annoyed that I do not have the Switch 2 or Switch 1 to play any of those Pokemon games. It just seems like a very expensive new hobby that will make me just rot inside. And I've been told that I need to go outside at this current stage in my life. So I don't think getting a Switch at this point will be a good thing. I might do a thing where I ask for it for like a birthday or a Christmas present, or like give it to myself as one of those, because I have a birthday in December, so during Christmas time when it's very dark and going outside is minimum. So that might be the way to go, because I'm seeing all of these people play Pokepedia and then all of the Pokemon games, obviously, which I was obsessed with as a kid, and I cannot participate, and I'm very sad about it. Oh, dice is great for me with reading and being productive, takes away decision fatigue 100%. It is very much taking away that side of things. And also, last month was a very good reading month for me. Like, when it comes to the books that I actually read being very good and being very excited to pick up every single read. So it's got me in the reading spirit, and it's got me being so delulu if you've seen the May TBR, it's got me so delulu thinking that maybe the 12, actually 14 books that I have this month, who knows? Maybe it's not happening. But, we can be delulu. Playing Scarlet. Oh, I had that one. Oh, I'm so happy for you. But Inside has so many fun. I know. To be honest, the Switch you are able to carry. So, I have started gardening though, planting a herb and medicinal garden. My first sprouts came up yesterday as planted seeds. Oh, that's so exciting. Ah! I mean, I live in an apartment with a very tiny balcony. So, I mean, I did try gardening in like my little space that I had. It just, again, when you have no, I'm blaming everything on the fact that I haven't had a schedule in the past couple of years. Oh, God. Again, it's also so very obvious how amazingly fatigued I was for months on end, maybe even years. Anyway, I sound stuffy. I thought I was over the cold and then, work and being around children. And now it feels like it's come up again. But I feel fine. I'm just stuffy, if that makes any sense. Okay. I think, ooh, what am I going to do in this first sprint? Well, let's just let the wheel decide. I'm even going to add, hold on, editing Aurelium to the wheel. I would roll dice, but it's more fun when you can see what's happening. So, hold on. I'm going to share the screen. Hold on. You could put hanging baskets on the rail, I guess, but that's hard. Yes, and because my balcony is already so small, well, I could actually. To be quite honest, my stepdad has been really into gardening for the past 2 years, I think. He would be able to figure it out. I'm quite sure. I'm quite sure he could figure it out and help me on my way. But I feel like now would now be too late to start like planting seeds. I don't think it is, but and I'm sure he could give me some of his seedlings. I'm sure he wouldn't mind because he has started planting. But he like has like tomatoes, cucumbers, paprikas, peppers, all of the things, which obviously I cannot grow, but like herbs might not be bad, especially like mint. I use a lot of mint in summer and basil in every single salad. Let's be honest. Okay. I said I was going to do this. Let's see what we're going to be doing for the first sprint. I've already started Son of Neptune, by the way, in case you were wondering. And the way that I did not put together the link between the title and who it was going to be as a main character, I don't want to spoil it, but that was so stupid of me. That was so stupid of me. Because it's very obvious by the title what is happening. I'm very happy with where we're at and who we're talking about, but let's see what it's gonna give me. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I am so happy. Oh, finally getting into the Heated Rivalry books. I tried the audiobook. It's not for me. The narrator is not for me. He's doing some kind of accent. No, no, it's not happening. Oh, are you? I am almost finished. Well, I say almost. It's like over 150 pages or something that I have left. I'm very much enjoying it. I think this was the book that I started and didn't finish. when I first started my read of this series, and then I started watching the show and forgot about the books. So, but yeah, I think I've also, this was the book that I started reading like while I was in my reading slump. So I've been reading this book since like February, March. So it's time to finish this one up so I can get to the next one. Um, yes, I have as well. I've heard that a lot of people actually, even when watching the show, still are equally as obsessed with the books. So I hope that's the case. I have Game Changers and Heated Rivalry I've bought already, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love it. So then I'm probably gonna buy all of the other ones. Um, oh, 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 it's so interesting. It's so interesting, that part. It's a funny little dance they have to do given what we know happens. Yeah, made me sad a lot of the time. Um, yes. Oh, how are you liking the show? I love the show. I love that we're just having a chat, by the way. No, I love the show too. I think having now read the first book and watched the show entirely, I think it's one of those series that is very close to the book when it comes to adaptations. I really enjoy it. I do think that season 2 and 3 is when it starts to get like kind of intermingled a little bit more. I think. I'm not sure. I'm kind of saving my rewatch of the show because I do want to rewatch it after I finish the third book and then going back because I know if I start watching the show again, I'm just gonna fall down the same rabbit hole. I'm just gonna binge it again because I really do enjoy it. I have so many started books currently. Yes, I am. When I tell you that I thought I had 12 books to read, and I thought it would have been a good idea to roll a d12 and have the possibility of reading 12 books at the same time. I was at 5 and I thought maybe we should end here. Maybe this is good. Maybe this is good. I might still do that because I forgot the fact that I was reading Sun and Neptune and Queen of Shadows as well in my May TBR. So I have 14 books. So maybe once I've read 2 books, I can go into the D12 and just maybe do something crazy. Because why not? Why not, honestly? Um, yes, the casting is incredible. I love both of those actors. I've seen Teresa Palmer in a lot of them, in a lot of things. She was also, wasn't she in another witch show? I don't know. And I'm really wanting them to kind of keep going now because there's more books. So it would be great if they started filming. Again, I haven't read on from the trilogy, so I don't know, but that would be awesome because I do love Marcus. I do love Marcus. I watched, what was he in? He was in a show on Prime, the actor that played Marcus. And it was canceled after one season, which was really disappointing. And I just love seeing that man's face. I think he's really good. Well, if we don't get more in like the TV show, at least we have the books, which is fun. And if I'm not mistaken, there's even more coming. I might be wrong on that. I might be wrong. Don't hold me to that. I might be wrong. I need to share another screen. Was I prepared? Obviously not. Why would I be? There we go. I'm still going with 45-minute sprints just because I feel like that's been going well. And that is what most people seem to be doing in the like sprints that I've been replaying, and my brain is just used to it now. So okay, I'm gonna need to get Game Changers. It's on my big pile of books on my table. So I will talk to you guys again in 45 minutes. Okay, how did that sprint go for everybody? I made it to page 75, which is about 20% in already into Game Changers. I forget. I've been reading so many big books, like long books, that I forget how quickly you can just speed through some romance novels. Um, it's page 75 and there's already a lot that's happened. That's all I'll say. It's making me having to exercise my poker face in public because we're on sprints. So um, I did start highlighting just because they're cute. Let's see how everybody else is doing because I saw some people join. Good morning, Elena, or well, good morning, good afternoon. I don't know where you are, but good morning anyway. I am good. I went to go see Billie Eilish concert last night. It was awesome. I'm tired to no reading this morning. I understand. Oh, but that must have been so great. I'm very jealous. I love Billie Eilish. Feeling exhausted. I can imagine what time did you get home? Because concerts can go pretty late. I feel like every artist is different in that way, but they can go pretty late. Hi, Ren. How are you doing today? I'm so glad people have showed up because it's on a Saturday today instead of a Sunday. And I thought that might confuse some people, but I'm just happy to see you. Got a busy day today, so just popping in to say hi and boop the like button. Thank you very much. I hope you have a good, productive day and you get everything done that you want to. Hi, Olivia, love. How are you doing? Glad to see you. What are you doing today? Are you just enjoying your day? Is it also Mother's Day there tomorrow? Just wondering. Because if it is, I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow, or even today, because some people can't wait to give presents. Hi Ren and Livia from Ember. Hi Paula. Hi Elena. Hi Ren from Livia. Hi Elena from Ember. Did story planning for Daisathon. I saw. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Also, it will be a very good distraction for me because June is the final month at work. And I'm going to need all of the distraction at that point from the emotional roller coaster that will no doubt be happening in my body. I have about 50 days left. Luckily, the other job that I'm going towards did say that they are able to give me like a week off in between because there was no way. There was no way that I was going to be walking out of my current job on Friday and starting on Monday and be completely fine with that. So yeah, I'm glad they were able to give me that. Yes, I am, Livia. I'm also very excited. Oh, I obviously watched the show and been obsessed with it. I also, you know what I've been obsessed with? And maybe you know this, maybe you've done this, but I have been obsessed with watching people react to Heated Rivalry on YouTube. It's been amazing. There's one reactor channel that's called Previewed, if you know. I love you and we need to be best friends because that's just how it is. But they're basically two men who are both married to women, and the way they get so emotionally invested in that story is so wholesome. I love it. And I think it shows like the second that you react to Heated Rivalry in any emotional capacity, you're a good man. You're a good man. You get it. You get it. No misogyny anywhere. Um, but yeah, I've been loving doing that. So I knew that this was Scott and Kip in the first story, so I'm kind of wondering what else is going to be in there because we only got the one episode of them. So, but yeah, I am reading this because I heard that you and a bunch of other booktubers have read it, and they are just as obsessed with the books as they are with the show. So I'm very excited. Also, I saw something where like timelines and like chapters, like the way we're going to be reading what is it, Tower of Dawn and Empire of Storms, like with the tandem read. Apparently you can do that with all of the Game Changer books. I feel a new project coming on, but let's first just finish them in the order that she wrote them. Let's do that first, and then we can see about a tandem read. um, because I mean, do I have more than enough series to read? Yes. Do I also love a challenge? Obviously. Um, of course I watched the show. Are you kidding me? Everyone and their mother watched that show. I completely loved it. I binge watched it in one night. I started it, I think, I don't know, right after I had dinner. And I was like, yeah, I'll just see what this is about. And then it was like past midnight. And I was like, yeah, well, there's only like 2 episodes left. So we can just finish it now. So yeah, I flew through it in one night, which was lovely and amazing. Okay, I hope you have a lovely day tomorrow. Um, it, it's amazing you have a week off in between. Yes, yes, I'm very grateful because when I asked about it initially, they weren't sure because obviously July and August is our summer holidays over here, like our school holiday. So I wasn't sure if they were going to be able to because obviously people have already planned their leaves and stuff. But yeah, they told me that they were able to make it work, which is great. Um, I'm listening to The House of Frank by Kay St. Clair while organizing my craft room. Oh, love a good organizing trip. There's so much more in the Scott and Kip story. I'm so excited. I also am very much, don't tell me if there is, but I'm also very much hoping that the characters, obviously, they're like in each other's stories. So I'm hoping to just be able to like spot like epilogues in other books, basically, from what the other people are doing, because that is something that I do enjoy. I really like when romance series have like the switching up of the characters, but you meet the next character in the current book, if that makes any sense. It's like that with like Windy City series and like the Brown Sisters series. I love those types of books. I love them. So I'm hoping it's kind of like the same thing, which I do know because of the series, but I'm excited to find out, is all I'll say. You can tandem read them. I want to do that. I have an infographic. I can text it to you. Yes, please. I would love to know the things. Because obviously that is what we're going to do. I think what I'm going to do for the next sprint is I'm going to listen to an audiobook. I have been going through, hold on, let me see if I can show you. Okay. My phone is telling me I am live, which is very funny. Hold on. I have about 3 hours and 45 minutes left of This Woven Kingdom. And I was about halfway when they dropped a serious bomb on that. So I'm very excited to get back to that and actually finish that book because it started out kind of slow, but like, when a fantasy novel is very obviously the first book in a series where they're just setting up the pieces on the board, and then like halfway through things start to move. And yeah, I had an inkling about something and I was completely wrong, which is fine. But then what happened actually was 10 times better than what I had in my head. And now I see what the plan is for this book and for the series. So yeah, it's made me very excited. So I'm going to probably listen to that while I make lunch in the next sprint. That is the plan. I think, yeah, I don't know why but I really do enjoy that. I also have plans, if you've seen the Made TBR, I'm also planning on rereading the Dreamland Billionaire series because I now have physical copies, so I want to annotate, obviously. And yeah, I that's kind of in the same vein, and I really do enjoy it. Um, yes, I will let you know when I finish it, Livia. I will text you and tell you my thoughts when I finish it, obviously with no spoilers. But I actually do think this is a Livia book. Just from what I've read, I think it's a Livia book. Also, it's a fantasy novel, but not. It's a what? How do I? It's an original. It's not like a lot of the books that I've been reading lately have been like fae, dragons, like the classic kind of fantasy. And this one is a book that has like really original ideas and an original world building. The concept is very well, I don't know. I mean, the concept isn't groundbreaking, but I feel like the world that it's in is not one that I've read a lot about, which is fun. It's entirely new. It's an entirely new thing. Kind of the way that, well, no, Red Queen isn't really kind of Avatar-ish, but also I'm on the last book of the Red Queen series. Very excited about that. Anyway, that was a ramble. I'm sorry. It's gonna keep happening. That's the brand over here. A ramble every now and then. Let's see. So I'm not gonna do the spinner wheel because I know what I'm gonna be listening to, and I am quite hungry. So we're just gonna do that. I'm gonna reset this timer. We're gonna show it on stream. And then I am going to talk to you guys in 45 minutes after I've had lunch. See you soon. Hello. I moved spots just because I wanted to be comfortable. Obviously, I took out the wash, made and had lunch, and all the while listened to some more of This Woven Kingdom. I'm now 62% in and very much enjoying it still. It seems like we're ramping up to something, but I don't know what yet. I have an idea, but I don't know whether or not my idea is actually going to be correct. Because, yeah, I don't know. There's many moving pieces in here, and I don't know what we're going to choose to go with. So I'm kind of curious to see. Let's see. Oh, we had a Renee join us. Hi, Renee. She said hi to Amber and Livia as well. And Livia said hi to Renee. Did a load of laundry, had lunch, and watched a video about crocheting. Okay, hold on. Amigurumi? Are those the little animals? Or am I wrong in that? Because it feels like that might be the thing that I'm thinking of, like the little cute animal type things. I wish I would get into crochet. I really did. I really do. But I am a perfectionist, and if I'm not great at something right away, I just lose interest. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't want to do it anymore. But obviously, like crocheting, knitting, it's all a skill and you have to learn it. But I don't like to have to learn it. But on the other side, I will be starting a new job where I have to work with a lot of more elderly people. So who knows? Maybe I'll be able to learn from them and they'll be able to teach me. That would actually be fun, I think. Oh, and my cat tried to escape outside. That was a bit of a thing, but hey, she spotted a fly that she wanted. But yeah, anyway. Not really a survival instinct in that animal. Filmed a book review, started a book, but decided I was in the mood for an audio. Sitting and knitting and listening now. Fire in the Glass by Jacqueline Benson. Ooh, that sounds great. Yes, they are plushies, not necessarily animals. I do think I know what you're talking about. I think that was one of the goals that I wanted to reach when I started to learn crochet and then gave up on it. I'm pretty sure I still have like supplies in my closet somewhere. I should either use them up or get rid of them because they're just taking up space at this point. So I'm sure I have more than enough yarn to try and to figure it out. I don't know. Um, I used to crochet but never did amigurumi, and now I'm interested to try it. Yeah, you're braver than I am because apparently trying is not in my wheelhouse as of yet. But all of those fun things that you can make and then you can gift them to friends and such, that does sound nice. I do have my best friend currently is pregnant with twins. It's a boy and a girl, which we now know, and it would be cute to be able to make them something when they're born. I have until September to learn. It's also why I initially started. I think I started to relearn knitting because I actually do know how to knit because I wanted to knit a baby blanket for one of my other friends. And yeah, that didn't happen. I just don't have the patience for it. Maybe, with the new job and being able to have a little bit more brain space, I'm hoping like I can even schedule in hobby time because right now it's not happening. Thank you very much. I mean, I'm sure if I like committed myself to the project, I could. I'm sure. Uh, we're, we're, I'm glad you have confidence in me. Yes, Auntie Alex, you must read to them all the time. I do enjoy when I go over there and I have the privilege of putting the baby to bed, the baby who is turning 3 in a couple of months, which is insane. I do like to read them a story. I really do. I have been in the kind of habit of when there's a new baby born in like the family or with my friends, I do buy them a book, which is what is it called? I have it on my shelf. The Boy, the Horse, the Mole, and the Fox, some iteration thereof, which I love that picture book. I buy the drawn out version, which is like the illustrated version is absolutely gorgeous, and I think the message in there is also absolutely stunning. I do give it to like my friends and family and like write in it that I think the message in it is really important and really lovely and really nice. But I do tell them if you feel so inclined and you're not a reader or you do not enjoy it or you do not like it, please consider donating it to someone else or like gifting it to someone else because not everyone likes books. It's important for kids to read books, I feel like, but it's a very specific type of book. It's not a picture book. It's like a nice story. But yeah, I will be the one that gets the kids into reading. You be sure. My siblings sometimes say or my nibblings or my siblings, nieces, that could be, say they want to read because Aunt Renee reads so much. That's so cute. Yeah, it really is. I got a lot of the kids at work into reading, which I'm very proud of. And I got 2 kids hooked on Harry Potter first. I loaned them my copies. I did not buy new ones. We don't do that. I loaned them my copies and they flew through them. And then we went all sort of other books. I think I gave them City of Bones and like put stuff on their Kobo and such, and it was just so fun. And then one of the other kids at work is now flying through the Heartstopper graphic novels, which is also lovely. So, mind you that she has dyslexia and she's still like powers through it. And we are not in an English speaking country. And she decided to read it in English because the show's in English. She watched the show and then she wanted to read the books. And obviously, I'm not going to be the one to tell her that she can't read. So she's been making her way through the English books, which is absolutely incredible. And I pride myself on that very much. Um, Sometimes they say, ugh, I hate to read, which is sad. Yes, but sometimes I used to hate reading, but I didn't hate reading. I hate having to read the books that my school was telling me to read. The second it was like you have to read a certain thing, I hated reading. But like tell me to bring a book to class and we can have like a reading session, then I'm golden. Then I'm fine. I think it's just them being obstinate. Nieces and nephews, I thought so. Nibblings, that's really cute. Yeah, I don't have siblings, so I might steal this. I'm not gonna lie. Talking about all of them, that's really cute. Obstinate or contrary, yes. I give books to the ones who live the closest to me all the time. Yeah, I do. I think also I want to get a few of them into Percy Jackson because I feel like they would love it. We watched the first season together. I rewatched it with them, obviously. We watched the first season, and then I told them that it was based on books, and they were all very intrigued. So I think, especially the boys, I think I could get them into Percy Jackson. Because one of the boys also started to enjoy Harry Potter and then realized that if you wanted to finish all of them, it was going to be a very big chore because he saw the books that I was giving out to the other kids and he saw them just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think he got like a little bit, you know, it's a lot. He's like 11. So big books for an 11-year-old. But yeah, no, and it's really funny because obviously now with giving them those books, we have to have a very different kind of chat as well when it comes to the person who wrote those books, because I don't want to encourage them into buying other things that pertain to that series. So we have the actual chats. We have the deep chats because I feel like it's necessary. Here in Norway, we never had to read specific books. We just had like read books by an author. You choose the author yourself. Oh, you're so lucky. I mean, one of the things also is when I was in high school, we had to read books in Dutch, obviously, because that's the language that I speak. But I didn't like a lot of the like Dutch books that were available at the time. Now I would, but I already knew that there was a huge difference when you read a original English book and a translated Dutch book, and that the difference was very big, and then obviously a lot of the times it didn't really hold up. So I wanted to read the books in English and I wasn't allowed, which was not fun. I mean, I was reading. They should have been happy with that. Only if we had to read Henry. I have no idea who that is. The Wild Duck. That sounds incredible. I mean, Percy Jackson works for 11-year-olds, according to Rick Riordan. Yeah, no, Percy Jackson would definitely work for them. I was talking about the other series. Those books get quite big. And he was very deflated when he saw the like thickness of especially Order of the Phoenix in the last book. They're chockers. They're really big. He might get back to them later in his life. I don't know. In primary, we would get prizes for reading X amount of pages, but still read what we want to. See, this would work for me. This would work for me. I would do that. It's one of those things where a lot of the times I show them a movie or like a TV show and that gets them hooked. And then they want to read the books because they know that there's a lot more story in the books that we get on the screen. So I'm very happy that I was able to at least do that. Started reading in English when I was 12. I think I was like 15, so a little later. It was definitely in high school. So I think it was like 15. It was Twilight. I'm not gonna lie. It was Twilight. I think that those were the first English books that I read. Just because if you wanted to read them in Dutch first, you had to wait really long for them to get translated and get published. And I didn't want to wait. I was a nosy teenager. I needed to know right now. So yes, they do. They do very much. Henrik Ibsen is a known Norwegian playwright author. Ooh, your Shakespeare. That's interesting. I did not know that. So are they written, were you then reading plays or were you reading novels that then were turned into plays or the other way around? Very curious. He is actually still played around the world. Okay. Okay. See, so many things to learn. Okay. I can see that our like break timer is pretty much done. And I think I am going to spin the wheel this time. Just because why not? And it's fun. Where is it? This is a whoop. Okay. So if you weren't here in the beginning, oh, hold on. I read Doll's House by Ibsen. At least I think this is the translated title. Doll's House, that does ring a bell. Let's see. Okay. So I'm currently in the middle of 5 books, and I also have some editing to do. So this is going to be, as always, the third and final sprint. Excuse me. So we're gonna see what we land on. Okay. I already have a video up and edited for Sunday. So if it doesn't land on this editing, it's not a huge big deal. But yeah, the vlog right now that I'm editing is like already it's gonna be close to an hour. I'm not gonna lie. In Italian it's Casa di Bambola. No, oh, no, sorry, it was Meg Cabot, but soon after Cassandra Clare. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, that's why I missed one. I think my first were Cassandra Clare books. Okay. Started reading English because my middle school library had just meh books. Yeah. Yeah, that was my thing too. Okay. Let's see what the wheel gives me. Yes! Oh, I'm very close to finishing it. This might be the book That's just made me very excited. I think, hold on, let me grab it. Okay, so we're nearly there. We're getting close. Hold on, how many pages is it? I say we're getting close, and then about 130-ish pages I have left. Funny how it's the dollhouse in English. In your Norwegian, it's just the same. At Dukehus. I have no idea if I read that correctly, but we're just going to assume that I did. Okay, I am going to put up the timer. I'm going to put up the final sprint so we all know what's happening. And then we're just going to go into our final sprint, and I will talk to you guys in 45 minutes. Hello. How did that final sprint go for everybody? I made it up to page 520 in The Shadow of Night. I have about a little over 100 pages left to go now. So, very excited to see where this goes because I realized that I never finished this book. So, I'm excited to see where the differences are with the show because there are certain details in the show that haven't been in the book yet. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Just closing some things. Apparently I didn't pronounce it too bad, which was good. Um, Other than that, I think since this was our final sprint, I do have a video coming out. It's another one, or tomorrow. It's another one of the Cozy series check-in because I read a little bit uh towards that goal in April, but now in May, if you've seen the May TBR, there are a lot of books that I want to read towards that goal. I have a TBR of 14. So we'll see how far we get. We're 9 days into May and I haven't finished one yet, but I'm gonna have to just go slow and see where we get to. Phoebe, what you doing? She's doubting whether or not to jump on my bookshelves, which she's never done. So I'm kind of nervous now. Don't you move. Give me 1 second. I have the washing up on like a dry rack, and she was on there and trying to make her way onto my bookshelves, which was not going to be a good idea. It probably wouldn't have been bad, but she was getting on the shelf that has like a plant on it, and like anyway, and now she's hunting a fly. Marvelous. Anyway, let's see what you all got up to. Listened to one chapter and chatted with my son. Lovely. Had a nap and wrote some poetry. Very nice. Naps. I was starting to yawn at the end there, so I might need to have myself a nap as well. Went to the store, made lunch, knitted a bit, and got further in my book. Such productive sprints. I'm sprinting in an hour, so needed the rest. Oh, that's great. Hold on. Do you have wrench power, Paula? Because if you want, you can put your sprints in the chat. For anyone who wants to sprint some more, we can hop over into Ember sprints. Let me just check. If you don't have wrench power, you should. Obviously, and I will be fixing that very quickly because that just does not seem correct. Hold on, let me see. Why am I doing this now? I don't know. I don't know. Who knows these days? I know it's somewhere, but who knows where? I'm gonna have to look for it a little bit, I'm sure. Because for some reason, I can't immediately find it. Annoying. Anyway, I'll figure it out. No worries. So if anyone is looking for more sprints today, I can also share the link. Stupid of me. That might be the easiest way to do it. Let me see. It is, oh, here we are. Oh, yeah, of course. Okay, good. Okay, I thought I had given you wrench power, I just wasn't sure. I was going to this morning, but wanted to be in your sprints. Oh, that's very nice of you. That's very kind. I would have sprint hopped if you were alive as well, but I do know that that can be very confusing to be sprinting and then sprint hopping, and then usually when I sprint hop, I don't get much done. I have found I've tried to do that when multiple people were live, and that is just not easy because the amount of sprinting that you're actually doing is much shorter. So for anyone who wants it, there will be more sprints in about 50 minutes over here. So we can hop over there. I might have to take a nap first and then see what I'm going to do. But thank you all for being here. Again, I'm going to have a video out tomorrow. And then I'm hoping to get the Aurelium reading vlog up next week. Because, as I mentioned, that's going to be a long one. So you'll need coffee and some snacks for the next one. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. And I will talk to you guys soon.